the social difficulties that a lot of us have as women with ADHD are much more painful and impact us much more strongly than the majority of men report feeling impacted by social issues. Females are more likely to experience anxiety and depression in conjunction with their ADHD. We're more likely to be overlooked and misdiagnosed. The most common diagnosis that women have received before getting an accurate ADHD diagnosis is depression. So, estrogen levels in menopause, we are an enormous need for research about this. And I'm assuming that many of the women that are listening today have gone through menopause. Perimenopause, and that's the point at which our estrogen levels just begin to slowly drop, is on average around age 39. And on average at age 50, we go through actual menopause, being defined as having no menstrual cycle for at least a year. And during that 11-year period, our hormone levels are slowly dropping. And what a lot of physicians don't seem to realize is it's not the absolute level of our estrogen that impacts us so much as the fact that the levels are changing that has such an impact on our cognition and our mood. So, how are we impacted differently? I'm always talking about the context in which we live. And I don't think we're paying nearly enough attention to the context in which women with ADHD live. It's more burdensome for us because, in spite of all these years of fighting for gender equality, women's lib, as we used to call it a generation or two ago, it is still, all the research shows that women continue to be the primary parent and the primary household manager. These are both jobs that are very ADHD unfriendly. I'm sure a lot of you have heard Sari Solden talk a lot about this, that our brains in ways are particularly ill-suited to these tasks of managing a household and raising children because we have to provide all the structure when in fact what we need is to have structure around us. On top of that, surprise, surprise, most of us need to work full time. And as we're working, women are more likely to be relegated to positions at work, which are kind of like the positions we're in at home. We're very often relegated to jobs managing other people, managing their email, managing their paperwork, managing their schedule, when that's exactly what we struggle with and need help with. So we're living in a very ADD unfriendly social context. Women are more likely to be divorced. My old friend Art Robbins started talking about this a long time ago. He's done a lot of writing and research on couples. And what he found is that men are much less tolerant of having a wife with ADHD. Guess what? Because she has trouble fulfilling those standard female roles of managing the kids in the household. Women tend to be more tolerant of husbands with ADHD and therefore are less likely to become divorced. So we have this term ego dystonic, ego syntonic, meaning that it either fits with who you are or is contrary to who you are. And ADHD is ego dystonic for females, meaning that the very things that the world expects us to be good at, we're having trouble doing. Self-control, social skills, conforming to social norms, having good executive functioning skills.